Welcome back then everyone, or welcome along for the first time if you're just joining us for this particular cup final. It's the Under-14s Champions Cup District Final for the girls to round off what's been a great day of ESFA National Finals action from the home of Stoke City Football Club. This one sees Knowsley St Helens taking on Swansea. This is the Knowsley St Helens lineup. They start with Poppy Foster in goal, Dervla Manion, Dennis Salili, Betsy Salili, the captain, Scarlett Latter, Jessica Lightfoot, Amelie Wayne, Olivia Roberts, Isabel Sherwood, Isla Wayne and Layla Gray. The subs are Millie Jones, Lexi Harris and Ruby Rourke. For Swansea then they have Lauren Elim Litch in goal, Tammy Davies, Grace Diamond, Helen Francis, Ellie Best, Sophie Stevens is the captain, Sophia Gimblett, Robyn Priest, Caitlin Sweeney, Mena Thomas and finally Lacey Brooke Hoey. The substitutes are the substitute goalkeeper Summer Havard, Gwen Phillips, Medina Darricott, Lowry Diamond and Leah Jones. The manager for Swansea is Gary Lunt. In the opposite dugout is Ian Latter. The referee for this one will be Peter Wegg. The two assistants are Trevor Redmore and Gerald Stead. The fourth official is Nick Hunt. Two periods of 35 minutes, and then if we are level at the conclusion of the 70, it will be straight to spot kicks, but hopefully we'll be able to find a winner before it goes the distance. Swansea are in the red and Knowsley St Helens are in black and white. The two captains just coming together in the centre circle for the coin toss. The final pre-match preparations very nearly concluded. We're very close to kick-off. Looking forward to this one then to round off what's been an excellent day so far. Hopefully we'll see a game of similar quality as the girls take to centre stage. There are some supporters over on the far side and a following from Wales for Swansea, who've brought plenty of Welsh flags to be displayed just wide of the dugout in the Franklin stand opposite our commentary position here at the Bet365 Stadium. Referee checks in with the two goalkeepers and we're good to start. Knowsley St Helens who get us going then. Immediately possession's robbed in favour of Swansea. To tackle. Throw in here for Swansea. Throwing forward to Helens Francis. Out to behind for the first corner kick of the game. Still inside the opening minutes. It's going to be taken here right-footed from the far side. Plenty to aim at in the middle. It's not quite got the desired height on. It was cleared away at the near post by Layla Gray. Knowsley St Helens bringing the ball out. This is their first venture forward. Coming across to put the ball into touch. A couple of ricochets there, but it takes it out and behind for only the goal kick. Set all the way back here as Swansea need to play out from the defence. Out of play for the Knowsley St Helens throw-in. First couple of minutes played and to see the first proper chance on goal. Well, one there for Swansea at the back, up to halfway now. Good turn in possession by the captain Betsy Salili. Now Knowsley St Helens looking to make something happen in attack after it was Jessica Lightfoot. Swung then into the penalty area, but just behind the teammates at the far post. Decent ball into the box. It was whipped in with purpose, but just behind Sherwood. Captain Salili actually got the shot away there, but it was quickly blocked. This is Mannion. Across to Sherwood. Trying to go round the outside and down the line. It's well shepherded behind for the goal kick. Just a switch of numbers to inform you about actually Lacey Brooke-Hoey for Swansea is now wearing the number 3 shirt, and Gwen Phillips, who was supposed to be number 3, is number 22 on the bench, so that's just a late switch for Swansea. Throw in here for Knowsley St Helens. play that to win the ball back in the middle of the park by Tammy Davies. Momentarily was back with Knowsley St Helens. Now they're looking for a ball in behind the Swansea defence. Controlled neatly. Good play at the back by Sweeney. Sweeney here comes under pressure and is lost out. Although then it's cleared away, but not far. Still there for Knowsley St Helens, although then Danae Salili, one of two Salilis in the St Helens ranks, was dispossessed. Here she is again. It's cut back, there might be a shooting chance towards goal. It's begging to be turned in. Really was, as it was played across the face of goal, across come shot. Isabel Sherwood desperately trying to get something on the end of it at the back post. Just coming in a tad too late. Might have been offside if she'd have gone any earlier anyhow. Closest we've come so far. Swansea have taken the goal kick short. Cleared forward by Lacey Brooke-Hoey. Throw in here for the side in red. Was put out of play again by Danae Salihi, who's been involved a lot in the opening encounters. Comes there off the head of Mannion. After it there for Swansea was their striker Ellie Best, and she looked second best for the ball through, and then the lightning fast speed in her legs seemed to offer her as a contender in that race. Very quick, looking to get in behind and latch onto the through ball. Goal kick here, it looks as though it's being left for Lacey Brooke-Hoey. Might be a sign that this is going to be taken longer, indeed it is, and the option opted for was the pass to the left back. Run back well in midfield by Knowsley St Helens, sort of bouncing around though on either side, really able to enjoy a period of sustained possession. It's knocked forward, Sherwood's after it, and it runs through to the goalkeeper, who comfortably gathers. Ellen Leach. Did well there, the Swansea goalkeeper. Skewed wide out of play. Knowsley St Helens Scarlet Latter just comes to retrieve the ball for this throw-in. We'll stand on the near side to our commentary position, where we are opposite the dugout here at Stoke City Football Club. Opposite the Franklin stand where the fans are. The followers of these two teams, the supporters that have in large made the journey from Wales to Stoke-on-Trent here today. Excellent piece of skill. Good ball forward to find Best. Set back now to Priest. Given away though to Latter. Ball up was looking for Roberts. Roberts is the player making the run forward now. Clearance only as far as Sherwood. Isabel Sherwood held up by Brooke-Hoey. Brooke-Hoey there fouls Sherwood. Simple decision for the referee, Peter Wegg. First 10 minutes played, it's been closely contested so far. Looks as though at the moment, following on in similar style to the previous two matches that we've seen played here, to an extent the first as well, it's going to be a national final that's taking place between two very well matched starting 11s. Substitutes of course become a factor later on, but those selected to start the game out on the field at the moment, making it a very close tactical battle. Swansea's Caitlin Sweeney felt that should have been a Swansea throw, but it was a decision that went the way of Knowsley St Helens, and throwing was taken quickly by Sherwood. Here's Mannion. Mannion prods the ball through to Sherwood, and the cross into the penalty area, but the offside flag is raised over on the far side. The referee gives the free kick to Swansea for that offside offence. Still goalless. Still a very long way to go in what's still the early stages of this national final. Kick taken long and forward by Lacey Brookoe, who's on taking duty for free kicks anywhere across the back line in midfield, and seemingly some of the longer opted for goal kicks as well. Stevens, the captain, looking to try to make something happen for Swansea as she approached the penalty area. Good defending. Put out a play over on the far side. Throws taken inside, and then high ball into the penalty area, which is allowed to bounce a couple of times, and the goalkeeper, under no pressure, would have no trouble in coming together there. Poppy Foster. Foster high into the opposition half, but then it brought down well. Sun's out this evening on Stoke-on-Trent. It's nice weather for this final to be contested. Should be no underestimating the size and stature of this cup final here today as well for these two sets of players. Huge stage for them to be playing on, metaphorically, with it being at the home of Stoke City Football Club, but also the size of the pitch as well. That's a lapse in concentration. Onside is the decision. I thought that might have just been slightly off, but the shot was off target anyhow. Linesman wasn't exactly up with play. The shot's into the side netting. Goal kick taken short for Knowsley St Helens, who caused their own issues with that previous Swansea chance. It was just a stumble over the ball in possession. Towed forward here for Isabel Sherwood to get after. Down the left side. Put to aim at in the middle. That's a good ball into the box. The flag's initially stayed down, then gone up, and that's going to be ruled out for offside. Took his time over raising the flag over on the far side, was probably waiting to see if the ball did definitely go into Jessica Lightfoot in the centre. It did. To be fair, it wasn't long after her first touch that the flag was raised. Nahila. Throw-in here for Swansea. Breaks for Mannion. Sherwood to the left, is the target again. Definitely looks like the outball that Knowsley St Helens are trying to use the most at the moment. Good defending by Brokoe. Puts the ball into touch. Over a quarter of an hour played, and it's Knowsley St Helens who are posing more of the questions at the moment. Offside flag has again gone up there. That was just a lapse in concentration, perhaps. There's the first substitute being readied over on the far side. It will be a switch for Knowsley St Helens. It looks as though there's going to be a change for either of these two teams. With the first being made by Swansea, and it's Lacey Brokoe who is off. A good start to the game, Brokoe, but replaced after just 17 minutes. Expect to see her back at some stage, though, with the nature of the roll-on, roll-off substitutes. The change for Knowsley St Helens is actually being made to wait. Substitution is now allowed to happen for Knowsley St Helens, and it's their striker who's going to be withdrawn, Olivia Roberts. Lexi Harris comes on to replace Roberts. It's a straight switch in attack for Knowsley St Helens. Good switch to pick out Lightfoot here. There's a couple to aim at in the middle for Lightfoot. Lightfoot instead tries to play an intricate pass towards the edge of the penalty area. Might have been better off just trying to deliver a more direct ball centrally. You can certainly see what just Lightfoot was trying to do there. Ultimately, if she had the opportunity back with the benefit of hindsight, might have tried to deliver a cross more centrally. Physio being called for here. For the side from Wales as an injury concern. So then, with nearly 20 minutes played, you'd imagine it would be the Knowsley St Helens boss Ian Latter that would be the happier of the two coaches, although there won't be too many concerns as well for Gary Luntz and Swansea. They've been good in defence at the moment so far in this game. Haven't really created themselves an abundance of opportunities, but as long as they stand themselves in good stead to try to maybe take the game to Knowsley St Helens later on, they've so far given themselves a good basis as well. Breaking play here then has allowed for the two sets of players to go across over onto the far side, get some fluids on board. Also those two aforementioned coaches passing some messages on as well. There is some concern here for the Swansea player who's down. And this is a lengthy stoppage. Never nice, of course, to see an injury of any magnitude, but it does look to be a serious injury here, and in a cup final as well. It's not gone to plan at all. Just, of course, our best wishes do go out and hope for a full recovery. This then, with the length of the stoppage, is effectively a time-out period for the two sets of players who've a couple of minutes away from the action now. Of course, it will be added on at the end of the first half. The primary concern is, of course, with the Swansea player down on the deck. Still unsure exactly as to who the stricken player is. There we go. Got confirmation there. Caitlin Sweeney is the player who's been down receiving treatment for Swansea. Good to see her back to her feet and being helped off the field of play as well. Promising signs that she is up and walking. Of course, a blow for Swansea to lose her, but the primary concern has to be the player's welfare, and good to see her back to her feet, at least as a promising sign. Sweeney replaced here then, of course, and Laurie Diamond is the player coming on. After that fairly lengthy stoppage, we are now back underway. Substantial period of injury time will be played once we do reach the 35-minute mark. Caitlin Sweeney is with the medical team over on the far side. Attention back to the action. We, of course, wish Sweeney all the best. Latter. The challenge. Given away there, though, to Latter. Picked up in a central position by Lacey Brooke-Hoey. I beg your pardon, it was Gwen Phillips actually picking up possession there. Yeah, Phillips, who's on for the first time, having started as a substitute, but being introduced at that latest stoppage. Now then, this might be an opportunity for Knowsley St Helens. It's a ball played into the penalty area, but far too comfortable for the goalkeeper. Taken down out the sky superbly there. Wonderful touch by Mannion. Sherwood. Nice ball down the channel. Harris wins the corner. And we've restarted the game after that injury in similar fashion to how it was going before that, with Knowsley St Helens on top, but without really creating themselves too many clear-cut goal-scoring chances. Swung in high to the penalty area, and then the goalkeeper came but didn't get there. It's cleared away amongst the goalmouth again. A couple of bites at the cherry there. Nothing coming of it for Knowsley St Helens though. Excellent skill. Really good to skip away from the defender. Then it's swung in again, looking for Sherwood at the back post. Again, it comes all the way through. Played forward by Latta. This is Mannion. Sherwood. Sherwood delivers on her left. Cleared away. Danger dealt with for now. Pressure's only coming back though. Salihi. Salihi again. Knowsley St Helens now attacking down the right. Inside, there's an option on the edge in Mannion. Mannion begging for the ball. Never came the way of Delvla Mannion. Throw in here for Knowsley St Helens is taken down the line to Sherwood, but then the touch off of her chest means it's gone out of play. Left to run out again, and it's a Knowsley St Helens throw-in. Taken by Scarlett Latta. Latta's seen a lot of the ball in unpressurised situations and often starting these attacks, which are coming in a flurry now for Knowsley St Helens. Good pace and power to burst away down the right side again. Swung in, but this time didn't even give the goalkeeper anything to do, and it's onto the roof of the net. Well intentioned again. Good acceleration down the right flank, but again, it's just that final pass, that final piece of quality, perhaps composure, that's lacking at the moment. Two more substitutes are waiting in the wings for Knowsley St Helens. That's a good ball through. This might be problematic now for Swansea. Reflected behind for the corner. Knowsley St Helens step up the pressure a gear or two. Corner then here is to be taken from the right side. Swansea have sucked up a lot of pressure in the opening half hour. And Knowsley St Helens breached the defence from this corner. There's an option for it short, instead it's played into the penalty area, but the corner delivery didn't really get off the ground. change now will be made for Knowsley St Helens. Millie Jones on to replace Isla Wayne for Knowsley St Helens, and then there's going to be another switch as well with Isabel Sherwood coming off, and Ruby Rourke will be coming on to replace her. Sherwood, who perhaps might count herself a little bit unfortunate to be withdrawn. She seems to have been at the forefront of many of the Knowsley St Helens attacks so far, and certainly posed problems for Swansea. Let's see what Jones and Rourke can do. Here is Rourke. It's a decent looking ball through, although perhaps just slightly overcooked. In the end, it was simple for the goalkeeper. Ellen Lech that time looking for a more direct ball, because really Swansea haven't had the ball in the Knowsley St Helens half since before the injury, really, to Sweeney. Are of course expecting a substantial period of stoppage time following that injury to Sweeney earlier on. Throw in here looks as though it will be taken long. That's an excellent throw into the penalty box. And he's turned behind for the corner. Some real pace and power behind that throw. Last corner didn't get off the ground. Can they work anything better here? It's swung higher into the box and they're headed towards goal. Bounces and trickles just wide of the far post. It's much better though. Much better delivery. Was met well in the air. Swansea now need to be careful and understand that they're trying to give themselves a period of respite and sustain possession, but in doing so they might bring more troubles to their back line. Straight from range there is skewed, cleared away, and that will go out for a throw. So the final minute then of the normal time at the end of the first half, but we went to see how much, exactly how much added time we will have. And amongst the penalty area again, Swansea haven't dealt with it. A challenge to win the ball back by Mannion. Battling for possession. There is Stevens, the Swansea captain. Stevens driving forward with the ball at her feet. Closest to the Knowsley St Helens goal and Poppy Foster that Swansea have been for quite some time. Into additional time then, we're yet to see exactly how much is going to go up on the Forward Visuals board. Well, that's been missed in the air, and this now might be an avenue of attack for Knowsley St Helens. Onside, the flag stayed down. Good defending though. Lightfoot tackle. For a moment it looked as though just Lightfoot was going to be able to get the shot away. Harris again closed down. Minimum of 7 minutes added time at the end of this first half. 7 minutes following the injury to Sweeney. Excellent takedown by Lightfoot again. Lightfoot shoots for goal. wide of the keeper's left-hand post. Confident play. And the pass wasn't quite of the same quality though, and it's been given away. Now here's Ruby Rourke. Rourke trying to deliver. She did deliver. Too close to the goalkeeper inside the 6-yard box. At the near post, it was gathered comfortably by Lauren Elmlich. Swansea still at the moment soaking up the pressure. Might open up for the shooting chance. It did for Mannion. Behind it comfortably again was the Swansea keeper Elmlich. Elmlich unhappy with herself with that clearance. It's off the side of the field. Chance still though for Swansea to reset, although Knowsley St Helens have taken the throw in quickly. Looking now for a ball in behind. Defender came across and did her job well. Strike towards goal was from Danae Salihi. And again, it's comfortable for the goalkeeper, who has seen her save tally tot up in recent minutes, although they've all been comfortable shots on target for the Swansea keeper to save. Rourke might get it back here. She does, although then just seemed to leave the ball behind. Perhaps the pass was slightly behind her when played by Harris. Rourke turns again. Swansea have it now. To the halfway mark, but possession isn't retained. That's been the problem really for Swansea. When they have won the ball back in defence, they haven't really been able to keep it. Another half opening that for Knowsley St Helens, and another one which Swansea comfortably allowed to run its course, and in the end it runs behind for the goal kick. We've nearly played 5 minutes of the minimum 7 that were added on. That's a poor goal kick. It's been given away. Rourke goes for goal from range. Applauded for her efforts, but unhappy with herself that she didn't at least hit the target there. Just wonder whether Ruby Rourke could have possibly taken it closer to goal. Maybe. Ball out last off the Swansea player. It's Knowsley St Helens throw-in. The Guess there might be the last opportunity before the break. Swung in and the header takes it back to the goalkeeper. Well gathered. Story of the first half, which was, remember, broken up with that injury to Swansea, has really been a case of Knowsley St Helens applying the most pressure, asking the most questions. But at the moment, the Swansea defence holding firm. Here's Rourke. Rourke approaching the edge of the area. It's cleared away. Referee blows the whistle for half-time. Knowsley St Helens asking more of the questions in that first period, but still goalless at the break in the national final. Nothing to split these two teams at the moment. Let's see which way it goes in the second half. Around a 10-minute half-time before we get back underway. Don't go anywhere. Join us for the second half. It's 0-0 at the break.
seconds to go. You can vote for your player of the match. If you've got Twitter, it might be worth you searching out the English Schools Football Association Twitter handle, which is @SchoolsFootball. If you have a look on there, there'll be 4 players, and you'll need to choose between those 4 players as to who you want to be crowning player of the match. That's at Schools Football, and that will be 10 minutes before the full-time whistle. Let's get this second half underway there.
Welcome back then, everyone, for the final time today. It's the final half of football left to be played in the national final. In this one, the Under-14s Champions Cup District Final for the girls. Our last of 4 games live from the Bet365 Stadium, the home of Stoke City Football Club, here today. And Knowsley St Helens at the break are being held by Swansea. It's goalless after the first 35. Swansea in the red then will get us started for the second half. They'll be kicking from right to left as we look at it from our commentary position. There's going to be a change here for Swansea, made before even the first ball's been struck in this second period, which is a bit strange to see Helens Francis even come back out and think she's part of the lineup following that, but replaced by Leah Jones. Off and underway again then at the start of the second half. Immediately it's Swansea who are on the attack. I didn't say that much in the first half. It's a lofted shot which is in the end dropped down comfortably for the goalkeeper. Knowsley St Helens have it again through Manu. Set back nicely there by Lexi Harris. Up to Harris again. Harris ran into a wall of red, but in the end it's put out of play and will be a Knowsley St Helens throw. Harris has taken it quickly, directly into the penalty area, looking for Lightfoot. Corner. There's a mixed bag of deliveries really in the first half for Knowsley St Helens, with their set pieces and corners in particular. That one swung high but towards the edge of the penalty area. Swansea looking to break clear. Bypasses Salihi, and momentarily Swansea had it back, not anymore. Good running from Mannion. Mannion then looking to slide a ball through. Put out a play by Priest. It's nodded on there. This might break. This might be the chance. It's got to beat straight at the keeper. How on earth was that squandered? Goalkeeper was rooted to her line, and it looked as though the whole net was there to aim at. Well, you really, really would have thought that Jess Lightfoot there would have made it 1-0. Throw-in taken forward down the line. It's back in the possession of Knowsley St Helens. who now will feel that they should be a goal ahead. Lightfoot with by far the best opportunity. She had time to set herself as well. Just needed to pick a corner, and in the end was maybe undecisive. From that range, it's going to go down. It's a good save by the goalkeeper, Helens. This was the opportunity. Yeah, well, in all truth, it was straight at the goalkeeper. It was not placed at all. Golden chance goes begging. Substitution being called for again here. It's going to be a switch out there for Knowsley St Helens. It's going to be Ruby Rourke, who came on as a substitute in the first half actually. She's now being withdrawn for Isla Wayne, who's back on. Throw-in taken by Phillips. Captain Stevens there unable to bring it under her spell, and it runs out of play. Bouncing ball was met in the centre of the park by Medina Darracott for Swansea. First time we've mentioned her name. She's been brought on at the break. Switch of play now over onto the right. After it is Priest. Priest just checks back. Then tries to skip by Mannion. Solid defending. Then put out of play, but the initial danger was dealt with. Better signs though at the start of this second half for Swansea. It's been a much better period of 5 minutes for them. Throw-in was taken down the line, but then shielded behind by Mannion. Again, solid for Knowsley St Helens. Given away there, that's a dangerous area of the field to give up possession in. Stevens on the edge of the penalty area looking to turn. Was then tackled. Return ball back to Millie Jones. Excellent play from Lightfoot. Lightfoot skipped past her opposite number 7. Lightfoot then checks inside. Ball onto the edge of the box and the shot towards goal. That's an excellent stop. A really, really good save from Helens. Did superbly well to get down quickly to her left-hand side there. Another switch here. That's a change for Swansea. Lacey Brock-Hoey is back on. Corner rebounds back to the taker. Swung into the mixer. And the shot on the spin is dipping, but only dips onto the roof of the net. Still there inside the penalty area, and it's cleared away eventually. And the ricochet takes it out for the goal kick. Plenty of options from this goal kick, although it looks as though it's going to be sent more direct. Evades a couple in black and white with the initial bounce. Then one back well in the centre of the field. Excellent turn. Just ran into trouble though. Stevens has it now for Swansea. So he was caught late there, but the game allowed to continue. Lightfoot. Excellent play again, and well, really, bar the fluff of lines on the golden chance that went begging for her, she's had an excellent game so far. Asking a lot that time of Millie Jones to try to keep it in. She wasn't able to do so. Jones has it now though. Salihi, the captain. That's a good ball through. This might be another chance. It's a shot towards goal. And it's very close, but just slightly off target from mile away. Yeah, it wasn't far away that at all. The effort on the right foot of Isle of Wain. Ultimately behind for the goal kick again. It's been taken by the outfielder Lacey Brooke-Hoey. One back in the middle third for Knowsley St Helens. Taken well on the chest by Brooke-Hoey. .45 played now. It's a nice setback and then good ball forwards from Phillips, although he should be comfortable enough to deal with at the back with Latta. Latta then plays a nice ball down the line for Dervla Mannion. Mannion, Lightfoot's made a good run forwards. Lightfoot is the target of that longer pass. Lightfoot has it and looks to play in partner Lexi Harris, and partner in attack Harris was close to reaching it, but ultimately it's been put out for the throw. So allowed to bounce in the penalty area and then is cleared. Diamond got it away. Back in amongst there though, and this might be an opportunity again for Lightfoot. He gets the shot away, and this time it's comfortably gathered by the goalkeeper. Swansea keeper that time going long. Stevens working hard for Swansea, but Knowsley St Helens pass is evading her for the time being. Just got underneath that a little bit too much, and in the end coming across were a threesome of Swansea players who all kind of got in each other's way. Another substitution being readied here for Knowsley St Helens. Olivia Roberts He's going to be coming back on for Lexi Harris. Throw in here then for Swansea. It only takes them one moment, and we've seen how solid they are at the back. If they can nick one, they'd very much be favourites going into the latter stages. Since this game might just be decided by the singular goal. Take him forward there. And then throw it down the line. Oh, it's been lost here in a dangerous area. Unfortunately, for Knowsley St Helens, it was overran and went behind. Better signs that though for Swansea. Nice turn, sold the defender. And it's played into the penalty box, and the offside flag is raised anyhow. Game is going to be allowed to continue, but the flag had gone up, so if anything came of that attack, it wouldn't have counted anyway. Played forward by Diamond. This now is Stevens. Noise levels from the crowd just went up a notch there as Stevens ventured down the left wing. Towed up by Roberts. Now across with Mannion. Now to play for the throw-in again. Really tight affair in the national final. It's two extremely well matched teams. You'd have to say throughout the course of the game so far, Knowsley St Helens have probably just edged it, but haven't got anything to show for that on the scoreboard, and this one well and truly still in the balance. Here's Stevens. Good turn with the ball at her feet. Lightfoot to Roberts. Looking for Lightfoot again. Lightfoot, excellent turn inside. Approaching the edge of the box. Lightfoot goes for goal. It's rebounded back off the post, and well, you can't really get much closer. Agonisingly close for Knowsley St Helens and Jess Lightfoot, who missed that golden chance earlier on. At a much more difficult effort. And she came very, very close to picking out the bottom corner. Swansea riding their luck now. Another change to be made. This was that latest chance. Oh, just look how close that was as it comes back off the inside of the post as well and trickles across the goal mouth. Goalkeeper was well and truly beaten. She was helpless if that was on target. got cut out in the Swansea defence. Hooked forward then, and meeting it was Lacey Brookhoe. Still there though for Knowsley St Helens. Cleared away, bouncing ball isn't met, is by the defender. Strong play in the centre of the field again by Brookhoe. Cleared forward up to halfway, then there's a loose touch. Brookhoe slams it forward, and Stevens miscues on her attempted pass. Now then, this might be an opportunity for Knowsley St Helens. There's options either side. Instead, the direct shot comes in, and it's dealt with by the goalkeeper and held well. Held well by keeper Summer Harvard there. Swansea looking to spring an attack for themselves. And given away though. Lightfoot. Lightfoot still driving. Goes on, just Lightfoot, and then ran into a red brick wall. Strike from the edge of the penalty area, rebounds back. And that long range effort is again comfortable. In similar fashion, it's caught by Harvard. Between the sticks for Swansea now in this second half. Lightfoot into the penalty area again. Lightfoot still going. Might be able to get the shot away. Lightfoot does, and again it's straight at the goalkeeper. There's an area of the net gaping at the near post there, left by the goalkeeper. Was perhaps more favoured for a left-footed strike, and it was stabbed towards goal with the outside of Lightfoot's right. To the final 15 minutes of regular time. Only injury time will be added at the end. No extra time will be played. It would be straight to penalties if we are still level. Stevens driving forward with pace and power again. She's looked the main outlet, the captain for Swansea. Phillips. Given away now though with Salihi. Swansea back line there is ragged, but a good clearance away on the cover. Well swept up. Stevens after this again, and it's dealt with well at the back because the goalkeeper has stayed put there. Certainly wouldn't have been an easy one to deal with Sophie Stevens lurking. Forward ball searching for the striker Olivia Roberts. Roberts again an option, it bypasses her. Forward to Roberts now though, might open up for the shooting chance. Roberts goes for goal from range. It's blocked well outside of the box. Then the long range strike, and that's another good stop. On the rebound though, the keeper's made a double save. Couple more chances in there for Knowsley St Helens, but credit to the keeper, Summer Harvard. Two excellent stops. The first to scramble back in time, and the second to react quickly as she did. Very nearly snuck in at the near post there, but Summer Harvard, the goalkeeper, has had an excellent second half display since coming on for Helens. Swung into the box there from the corner, and Swansea deal with the danger. Well off target that time, Millie Jones. Again, it was Lightfoot feeding the ball into her, though. Substitution was signalled for there, but whichever camp was thinking of making that change opted against it. Salehi. Good ball forward to Lightfoot. Well defended. Although then it's allowed to run behind for the corner. No chances taken at all, but surely that could have been cleared out for a throw-in. They have dealt with the corners well so far. That's a good delivery into the penalty area. It's headed on. Nobody's there to pick up the second ball for Knowsley St Helens. Still there on the edge as it's stabbed towards goal, and that one will be a relatively comfortable save given what she's saved already in goal Summer Harvard. It is interesting as well that Isabel Sherwood's been moved to a left back position as this game's gone on. There's such a threat going forwards on the left wing in the first half, but having to fill in, employed in more of a defensive role. Latter's lost out there. Does well to win the ball back though. Then gives it away. Swansea deliver across into the penalty area. That potentially could have been left for the goalkeeper to take, but no chances being taken at this juncture. Into the final 10 minutes. Welsh crowd urging their side forward, and at every opportunity trying to lift their side that step or two more. That's a heavy challenge, and it's got to be a free kick. Break in play here, which gives me an opportunity to tell you that you can go across to the Twitter page of the English Girls Football Association to vote for your player of the match. 2 nominees from either side, and the player of the match will be awarded a trophy in the trophy presentation, which will follow the conclusion of this game. And the nominees are Jessica Lightfoot, Isabel Sherwood, and then Lacey Brooke-Hoey or Sophie Stevens. So they're the options to vote for. That's at Scores Football over on Twitter. At the moment, we're heading for a shootout. Knowsley St Helens have definitely had the better opportunities. They struck the woodwork. And that same player, Lightfoot, Missed from very close range as well, with a strike directly at the goalkeeper. Got ball through again. This is Lightfoot again. This might be the opportunity for her. This time drags the shot wide. Still Knowsley St Helens are coming forward with a menace about their play, but the final touches, that final piece of quality that they just haven't got right so far. Brockoby to presumably again go long with this goal kick. Delivered into the area where Lightfoot's lurking. There's the goal. Jessica Lightfoot, having had a couple of opportunities already, this time makes no mistake. And Knowsley St Helens do have their lead. They've been in control of this one for large periods. And it's Lightfoot who's put them ahead. 1-0. Unstoppable that time. Past goalkeeper Harvard, who'd already made a number of fine saves. Lightfoot, who has in all truth probably been the best player out there on the field. Well worthy of her goal. And what a big, big goal it could prove to be as well. Swansea now then need to respond. They've got to find something from somewhere. What can they spring? Because I'm sure if you'd have offered them a shootout, given how the game had gone, they probably would have taken it. The game continues in similar vein to how we've seen it go up until this point. It's going to be a very difficult task for Swansea to even create themselves an opportunity. Never mind finding an equaliser before time's up. Millie Jones plays it forward. One more goal would seal this for Knowsley St Helens. Lightfoot switches the play across to the back post. It's taken out the sky well, and then the shot towards goal. It's again straight into the hands of Harvard. Pile away in that time. With a shot on target. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. Change here for Swansea. Laurie Diamond is being replaced. And it's Sophia Gimblett who's back onto the field of play. Time quickly running out now for Swansea. We had a significant period of stoppage time following the injury in the first half. There's likely to be less than that in the second. That's a miscued cross and hooked well behind. Out of play then for the Swansea throw. It's the final 2 minutes of regular time. Working their way slowly up the line here, Swansea, but they really need to get on with things. Doesn't seem to really be that sense of urgency, probably fatigue at this late stage, but surely the adrenaline has got to try and carry you through. Got to try to find an equaliser to force a shootout. They've worked so hard in defence though. They moved around a lot, with Knowsley St Helens seeing much of the possession from minute one. Lightfoot's won it back. Goal scorer that time trying to turn provider. It's deflected on the clearance away. Salahi. Captain Betsy Salahi picks it up again and goes for goal. It's onto the roof of the net. Again, Summer Harvard leaves the goal kick taking duty to Brooke Hoey. Really needs to get on with things though. Nowhere near the required distance on that goal kick that time. Minimum of 3 minutes added time being indicated. 3 minutes, that's all that's left for Swansea. Doesn't look likely, does it? Knowsley St Helens know that they are now within touching distance of the silverware. Brooke Hoey looking to fire it forwards. There's not enough red shirts committed forward though. Over the top of the head of Stevens. Trying to apply pressure again, Stevens. The decision goes the way of Swansea. Not exactly sure that was the right call, but maybe that's the piece of fortune that they need. Cleared away, the immediate danger dealt with by Knowsley St Helens. One of the 3 added minutes has already been played. Priest really needs to get the ball forward. It's over halfway, but back in the possession of Knowsley St Helens. All they've got to do now is keep the ball. They don't need to go on and score, although they might like to. Swung into the box, Lightfoot. Just got too much underneath it. Would have been some way to wrap things off. We should have scored with a volley there. Wasn't quite to be though, but as it stands, it is her goal that at the moment is leading her team, Knowsley St Helens, to victory. This time it's a pass out from the back as the kick was left again for Brooke Hoey. That's the first time she's gone short with a goal kick, and maybe not quite the right time to do it in the last period. The ball needs to get up the other end. Now then, is this the last opportunity? Attacking down the right side, it's good defending and put out for a throw-in. One last Swansea push. In it goes to the penalty area. And it's touched behind for the goal kick, and that might well be that. Expect the final to dwindle to its conclusion now. They're taking it short, which invites the pressure, but they're happy to play out from the back, Knowsley St Helens, which is probably testament to the quality of display they put on in the final. Good ball forward to Lightfoot. Lightfoot skips inside again. Lightfoot, all eyes on goal. Lightfoot, saved by the keeper onto the post. On the follow-up, it's over the bar. The referee blows the full-time whistle though. Just a single goal in the end split the two teams, and it came courtesy of Lightfoot. Knowsley St Helens begin to celebrate. They've beaten Swansea by 1-0 in the Under-14s Champions Cup District Final for the girls. It concludes the action on the field at the Bet365 Stadium. 4 games have been played out today in the English Schools Football Association National Finals, and it finishes with Knowsley St Helens as winners. They'll get their hands on the trophy in just a minute or two. It finishes here in the final game. Knowsley St Helens 1, Swansea 0.
A wonderful match here at Stoke this afternoon. We're going to do the presentation of the medals and the trophy as well. And also we're about to crown our player of the match this afternoon from this one here this evening. Before we start the presentations, we're going to round of applause for our two teams again, please. Knowsley St Helens Schools Academy, Swansea Schools Academy. Thank you very much. Making our presentations this evening for the English Schools Football Association with the Chief Executive, Andrea Chilton, and English Schools Football Association Coordinator, Tony James, this evening. Before we get things underway, can we just give a round of applause, please, to our match officials for this evening's game. Referee Peter Webb, assistant referees Trevor Redmore and Gerald Steve, and fourth official Nick Hunt. before we get on to the winners, can we just please give another round of applause to our runners-up this evening. Knowsley say Helens Swansea Schools as presenting players to Robyn, Tammy Davies, Grace Diamond, Helens Francis, Helens, Sophie Stephens, the captain of course, Sophia Inlet, Robyn Price, Caitlin Sweeney, Lena Thomas, Lacey Brooklyn, Summer Haggard, Gwen Phillips, Medina Garracott, Larry Diamond, Leah Jones, Sasha Coombs, and Chloe Hall. And the team manager, of course, Gary Lutton. Our runners up tonight, Swansea Schools FA. Knowsley say Helens Schools Football Association. Robyn Foster. Dover Canyon. Renee Salahi. Scarlett Latter. Jessica Lightfoot, Emily Wayne, Olivia Roberts, Isabel Sherwood, Isla Wayne, Lena Gray, Millie Jones, Lexi Harris, Ruby Raw, and your captain, Betsy Salahi. The winners, Knowsley say Helens Schools FA.
Ian, congratulations, you are the champions. How are you feeling after that cup final?
Relieved. I think it probably aged about 100 years with that, with the number of chances we had that didn't go in, but we'll take 1-0. We'll take 1-0.
Did you think at one stage they might take you to penalties?
Absolutely. They're a good side. Any side that gets to a national final, is a good side, and they showed that today. And you had that feeling, I think, for a bit that it wasn't going to be our day in normal time, but finally one went in the back of the net, so brilliant.
Yeah, Jess Lightfoot, the player of the match and the player with the winning goal. What's she like to work in, week out?
Phenomenal talent. You saw, people at home saw today how amazingly technically talented she is. How even when the ball wasn't going, she never gave up and kept on going, and she got that goal through perseverance and reward. Amazing player, absolutely amazing player.
Yeah, you had a lot of possession, didn't you? Was it a case of being patient? Was that the message at half-time?
I think we just told the girls to keep on doing what we've been doing, and the goals would come, or a goal would come. And that was the simple message, really. And to enjoy it as well. I mean, these things don't happen every day, do they? So go and enjoy the game, play for you, play for your parents and family that have come down here, and and enjoy the game, which I think they did.
Yeah, well, it certainly looks as though they did enjoy it. Congratulations, enjoy the celebrations. Well done, thank you.
Thank you very much, thank you.